And we're live. So, welcome everybody to the first actual episode of Radio Club because the last one wasn't real. It was actually fake, and all of you who watched it, you didn't actually watch it. So, I'm glad you participated in my social experiment. Anyways, well, this is the first actual episode. We have a discussion topic for today, and the person who has made this discussion topic is our lovely Aiden Weitzman. Um, this is going to be the first of a kind of monthly rotation where each of us is going to pick something that we want to talk about, and then we're going to talk about it. And it's going to be great. You guys are going to listen. So, Aiden, take it away.
So today, guys, we're going to be talking about the impact of coronavirus on movie releases. There's been a lot of movies that have been pushed back. There's a lot of movies that, haven't even been able to get worked on because their offices have been shut down. We're also going to be talking about, how popular streaming services have. I mean, they've blown up since coronavirus have started. I know me personally, I've been watching a lot of things off Netflix, Disney Plus, and Hulu and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what we're gonna get into today. And yeah. So first let's talk about the impact on coronavirus on movie releases. I think a key movie that I was expecting to release last year in May was Black Widow. I was very hyped for that, after Endgame and Spider-Man came out in 2019. I was super excited to see Black Widow in action in May. It got pushed back until November, and then it got pushed back all the way back until this year of May. And it still hasn't come out, obviously, because it's coming out in May. So, I thought that was
Do you think they'll actually release it in May?
Something tells me that it's not going to because
Yeah.
there were some movies that were supposed to release just this month. I know I was thinking about there's an Evangelion movie that was supposed to come out, like, I think literally on Saturday, and they pulled the plug. They were like, nope. And they've delayed it for probably.
Delayed.
It's indefinitely delayed. There isn't a date in which it's going to air. And I think that's really sad, especially for people who have been waiting, like, however many years it's been for that movie, like 8 years, I think. It's like, wow, people have grown up. People got
Feels like
married.
you're in line.
Like, I would have moved on personally at that point, but sticking it to the fans, I guess. But yeah, and it's pretty funny because I think one of the highest grossing movies of 2020 was the Sonic movie because
Because
nothing else came out.
Because everyone just
And
saw the Sonic movie.
I'm really happy about that, honestly. I think it just fills my little heart with joy thinking about how Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the highest grossing movies of a year. I think that's just great.
Yeah. It's also about like the cast. Think about it. So many people go into making a film or a TV show or anything, and they're excited to release and watch it like as the final draft just as much as everybody else. They have another year to even just get it out there for other people to watch it too. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, I like even for me who works on like student films, I haven't been able to make anything since God, when was it? January of last year. And we still don't have an idea when we're going to be able to make anything. So I definitely can relate to like wanting to bring something out and then just not being able to make it. And that's with no money involved either. Like imagine the amount of money and jobs that are being lost right now. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean they've been releasing some big movie stuff on streaming services.
Mhm.
They released Mulan on Disney Plus for like $40, which was insane. I
That
don't know.
flopped pretty hard too.
I think
Yeah.
at this, I think at this point it's free again. I can really quickly check. But yeah, having it come out with that $30 extra that you
Yeah.
need to
And
pay,
that would be just terrible.
I mean, it's not even that it's terrible because you can never really tell when a movie's gonna be bad. Like,
Well, Disney remakes. Are
yeah,
not.
Disney remakes are a whole different. That could be an episode in itself. But I mean, you release a movie online, it doesn't mean it's gonna be terrible. But like, yeah, $30, $40. I mean, it costs like what, $10 max to go admit yourself into the theater to watch it on your own if you felt like it. Like, that's just too much. I don't know.
They released Wonder Woman on HBO. I don't know if there was like a paywall for that.
So
I
there
mean,
was
HBO Max is a paywall in itself.
yeah,
True.
Yeah.
it's the same thing for Disney Plus though.
Yeah. So you have
Yeah.
two paywalls there.
you pay for the streaming service like whatever it is, like $14
Mm-hmm.
a month. You get like they added Wonder Woman. And I watched it, under the streaming. Oh, I got something in my eye. under the streaming thing, and I did not like that movie. Just saying, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've heard it's not great because HBO Max is yet another thing to pay for, and I feel like that's also the part of the problem. There's too many streaming services now, and there's too many things on those different streaming services, and it
Yeah.
really feels overwhelming. Like I gotta watch this one thing I want on Hulu, and then on Netflix, and then on HBO. It's like, oh my god. Well, I mean, I know you guys like money, but come on.
I mean, to be honest, I just have Netflix and pirate the rest. But that also means I don't really like see some of the stuff that comes out because if you have HBO, like
Mhm.
HBO is gonna advertise all the new stuff that came out on HBO. Then since I don't have HBO, I don't know what's coming out on HBO.
Right. All you really know is from what's marketed, and there's plenty of stuff that like isn't marketed.
Yeah, I did like how Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus did like a bundle for around like the same amount of money as a normal like Netflix subscription. So I got ESPN Plus so I can watch my sports games and highlights or whatever. Hulu and Disney Plus all for the same price, which is pretty cool. My family did that deal easily. We like all three of them.
Yeah, and just thinking about that, it's so funny how they're like combining with each other to create like the Voltron of streaming services, where like you buy one and you get like several different. Well, it's like no, just combine. Stop making
Yeah, they
people
should
hurt. Like
Just
Yeah.
make one mega like streaming service with all the stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I saw a commercial for the bundle, and it showed like it was like Bambi or like Snow White or something like that, and then it was just like LeBron James dunking, and then it was just John Wick
I've seen those.
yeah, I've seen that. It's
John
great.
Wick shooting people for Hulu. It was just all over the place. It was funny to see like, it was so random because Disney Plus being with all these like graphic and rated R movies on Hulu and stuff like that.
Right.
Mhm, mhm.
Any movies that you guys are looking forward to that has
Oh,
been made?
Sorry, Chris, you had something to say?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
I think that it's something interesting when you have so many different like streaming platforms. I know our family, we have, I have Disney Plus with some friends, then we have Hulu, Netflix, Funimation, Crunchyroll.
Mhm.
We have so many different things, and like the prices obviously start to add up because none of them are like cheap.
Yeah,
They're monthly or yearly subscriptions that cost a lot of money. So
that's
it's
how
just-
they get you too, because like getting one streaming service isn't a lot, but then you don't get everything you want on that one. So you think I'll just get another one, it's not that much, and then you're stuck being a corporate slave with all these monthly bills. It's like sad.
like sure, I have the Infinity Gauntlet.
But like at what cost? I should edit that into a picture, the Infinity Gauntlet of streaming services.
Yes.
Nice.
One quick thing before we go on to Aiden's question, just while we're on the topic of streaming services. I was with a friend a few days ago, and we were watching something on Netflix, and Netflix popped up an error message for him saying that they're increasing the price to $17.99
I've
a
seen
month.
that.
Yeah, that's
And then you can't
nuts.
subscribe.
Yeah, $17.99. They're like robbing you at that, and they're like literally they're trying to justify it in their own like warning.
There's more
It's like,
stuff
it's like
on
a warning.
Netflix.
We're making
Yeah.
more quality content for you. It's like, okay, sure. I don't know. And then they pull stuff like The Office, which is like their number one money maker, and then they're like, we're increasing the price.
It's still there, I think. The Office is still there, I checked.
It is?
Yeah, I watched it like last week.
Oh,
Still there.
I'll be darned. I thought they
Yeah.
So yeah, back to my question. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Chris, but what movies are you guys excited for, or you were excited for last year and it got postponed to this year? Hopefully.
So I know you can watch this now, but originally I wanted to see Tenet in theaters, and now I have no desire to see it whatsoever. I'm like, so I was gonna see that movie. I was gonna have a great time seeing that movie. Now I just don't want to, and that, kind of killed my vibe. I wanted to see Dune, but that's this year now, and
Yeah.
there was another movie. Oh, right. The Demon Slayer animated film I wanted to see, but who knows when that's going to be out in the US now because it's been pushed back. Oops.
Yeah, an interesting thing about Tenet, it came out, I think it was October,
Mhm.
November, and a movie theater opened up temporarily in Westlake, and me and my girlfriend went and we saw Tenet actually in theaters. And a week after I saw it, it closed down again. I got pretty lucky.
They opened it just for you to see Tenet.
Yeah, it's just for you and your
They knew
girlfriend.
that I was coming. They had to open it up, make sure I saw it.
Yeah.
Get
They
ready.
know you. They know you.
Yeah.
How was that? How was going to a theater in the first time in like a billion
Bro, it
years?
was so weird because that was like the first new movie that I saw in like months. And Tenet started in it's not gonna spoil it, but they were all in this giant auditorium, and nobody was wearing masks. And no joke, back in the back of my head, I was like, "Why is nobody wearing masks? Like, what am I looking at?" And then I was like, "Oh, "What am I even saying? Like, this is not even real. I'm watching a movie." That was crazy. But yeah, it was very spaced out. It was weird though. It was weird to be out in public.
Were there other people there?
Yeah, no, there were other people there.
Did they let you sit next to your girlfriend? Because that's something I
Yeah.
wondered. Like, if I went, okay, cool. Like, if I went with my family or with someone, like, I've always wondered, will they make me sit far away from them?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like two seats, and then the one in between, no one could sit there, and then you could sit on the other one. So they made people keep their distance, but you could order food and everything like that. It was a pretty normal thing. It felt like.
Yeah, I mean, God, I'm just thinking about actually going to the movie theaters and like that was weird. That's a strange thing that we all used to do. You know, I like the movie theaters, but I don't like paying for them. So I'm actually okay with things just coming out for rent at home because it's kind of expensive. Especially since they don't let you sleep in your own straps.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's like in movie theater, popcorn and candy and drinks, like that'll come out to like $30 on top, not even including your $20 ticket that you need to get into a theater.
Yeah.
Like,
It's interesting. As an answer to your question, Aiden, earlier, there were two movies actually that I was really, really excited for. The first one was Cruella, like as in Cruella.
Oh, yeah. Is that a live action origin story?
I assume it's
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
What
For
I-
Cruella de Vil from
So
the
they,
movie.
it's like a Disney remake of the Dalmatians, but it's
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
I
god.
assume they're gonna do something similar to what they did with Maleficent.
It's just Kate Blanchett again. They're just having her play all the villains in live action.
I'm down. Not gonna
Yeah.
Then the other one was they were making a movie version of one of the musicals that we did like 2 years ago. They're doing a movie version of In the Heights.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. That looked good. Yeah.
I was really excited for that one because like I was in that musical when it went on, and I don't know, seeing it in a movie with like a professional budget and all that, I thought would have been really cool, but obviously it's been pushed back. So.
Sad. Yeah. It's just, I mean, I really hope at some point this can all kind of like, especially with like the movie stuff, because I know eventually we'll all be living our normal lives again, but I have a feeling that some of the impacts that we're seeing from like the entertainment industry are here to stay, especially with the whole like streaming service and like exclusives and being released there. I feel like that's really going to create a different environment to where maybe things eventually will be released alongside theaters online, and you'll just have like to pay for it. And at that point, movie theaters might as well just quit. Like they're gonna run out of business, kind of like Blockbuster.
yeah, no, the movie industry is the movie theater industry is 100%, gonna have a huge effect. That especially when, whenever we can get back to what normal seems like it'll be, right? Like no, everyone's gonna be used to watching Mulan, like or whatever movie that they really wanted to see come out. They just go open their laptop, watch it in bed, and go to bed. They don't have to go drive out, go pay $30 for popcorn that they can just heat up, on their microwave and stuff like that. I personally like the movie theater experience, but I mean, if it's so expensive and it's like you have to drive and all this type of things, you can just watch it in your living room.
Yeah.
Still, I feel like nothing kind of beats like seeing a movie in the theater like the day it came out or something. I know. It was just the most fun I've had with movies. And yeah, it's just sad to think that might go away.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It really is unfortunate because, especially like, I have like, even though I didn't particularly like them that much, I still have a lot of memories of watching the newer Star Wars movies in theaters. Like that was an
Oh,
experience.
sure. Like people
And
screaming.
Avengers,
Oh yeah.
like the people screaming when Loki died, like that was like something that I was like, oh, it's gone. It's not gonna happen. Spoilers. Spoilers for Endgame or for Infinity War, guys.
The movie that came out all of how many years ago?
2, I think.
And now Marvel is releasing all these shows that you have to
Yeah, same with Star Wars. Everyone's like, no more movies. We want shows. Like the
Star
ratio.
Wars, yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars is different, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, they were all released alongside each other, I think, on that one Disney Plus like investors meeting or something, like where they revealed all the Star Wars and Marvel shows coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got the same vibe, like, wow, they're really gearing up for those exclusive releases. You can see where their like money is.
Yeah, all I know is that when I was in the movie theater watching Endgame, and this is the biggest spoiler of all of Endgame, I hope you guys have seen it.
Marvel fans, turn away.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years or whatever it's been. But when Iron Man had the gauntlet, bro, you could
Yeah.
hear people sniffling. Like that's something that you're not gonna get just sitting in your living room or in your bedroom just watching a movie.
Mhm.
So that's the experience of going to movie theaters, and eventually
Yeah.
it's not gonna be a thing, like Blockbuster and all these type of things are gonna go out of time or whatever. You know what I mean?
They're gonna go the way of the dodo. It's kind of it's really unfortunate, but I feel like the movie theater industry has kind of had it for a long time coming. Honestly, this kind of just quickens the pace in which it dies,
Yeah.
and it's more unceremonious this way, but it was gonna happen. Like, streaming services were just doing it so. I swear, when the executives of Netflix found out that people had to stay at home, I bet they started like crying with joy. Like, oh my god, we're gonna get a new Bugatti. Like, they're gonna be rich forever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the thing that with massive movie theater chains like Regal Movies, they closed down. They went bankrupt recently.
Mhm.
Like entirely.
They closed all 500 of their theaters in the U.S.
Is the one at the Commons Regal?
Uh,
Does anyone-
uh,
I thought that one was AMC.
no, it's not AMC. I think it
I
is.
can look it up right now. I'll be our
I think
field
Paulus is
agent.
gonna like die for sure. It's like the most expensive, like bougie one.
Yeah. Cinepolis or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Where they like give you
Oh, yeah,
burgers and fries and your
Yeah, where it's like a restaurant
It
level.
is Regal at Calabasas. So bye movie theater that I had so many memories of.
Yeah.
Now everyone's gonna buy like projectors and like watch movies.
They're
and,
gonna
like-
have retro movie parties.
Yeah.
Think about it. In 10 years, people are gonna be coming over to have like retro movie parties. It's like, oh my god, guys, we're so old.
Pay $100 to watch like Avengers 7 the day it comes out.
Yeah. Guys, we're having a retro movie party. We're gonna be watching Endgame.
Yeah.
Very, very old. The fact that it's been 2 years since that makes me sad, but that's not a conversation for now.
Hey, but we have a lot of really good Star Wars and MCU content.
Yeah.
I think the new Captain America thing starts in 2 months. WandaVision's going on right now. WandaVision was really cool. If you guys haven't seen it, you gotta watch it.
I wanna watch it. That's like the only Marvel thing besides Loki, maybe.
Yeah, Loki. I'm interested in.
Because the trailer was just so wacky.
So wacky.
So wacky.
Whoa.
But I don't know. I feel myself kind of getting tired of Marvel and Star Wars stuff, but I'll still watch it.
I mean, Star Wars has like a few entries that I'm interested in, like Taika Waititi's movie. I'm like, yes, give that to me. And also the anime shorts seems very interesting. But outside of that, like, I'm not even sure if I'm excited for the 3rd season of Mandalorian at this point. I'm kind of like, Star Wars. Oh no, the Clone Wars sequel, I'm very happy for. But
I want to watch
besides
the
that-
Obi-Wan series.
oh yeah. Okay, so there is quite a bit from Star Wars. I lied to you all. There is quite a bit from Star Wars. But I guess out of the amount of shows they debuted, I was only interested in like 3. So
There's a lot of like superheroes type stuffs coming out. Venom 2, Morbius.
Venom
Like I don't know. Venom 2 is coming out this year. Mortal Kombat, Space Jam,
Space Jam 2, yeah.
LeBron James. LeBron James, whatever. I don't really care for LeBron James, but that's just me personally.
Yeah. I think, I'm just looking up at some of these movies that are coming out. If theaters don't get open soon, I don't know how all these movies are going to succeed. I think it'll just kind of go the way last year went, where they just push it back and then release it online, sadly.
Yeah.
Marking it up to 4 times the amount you should be paying because they need to make back their budget.
Yeah.
Animated movies, I think, have had it rough too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know pretty much of nothing getting released outside of Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
There was a good one recently. There was one by Cartoon Salon called The Wolfwalkers. It's like a 2D animation movie thing, but like no one watched it. It's so sad.
I mean, if it was in theaters too, you could bet it would be different. Like, people
Yeah.
definitely would have. I think it's because it's the same idea with online shopping. When you're there, it's so much easier to go watch that movie or go buy that thing on the shelf because you're there. But when you're online, you have full control over the situation and you can just think about it and say no and just not want to do that right now.
Other better things.
Yeah, there's too much thought involved, and that's part of the movie theater thing. Like, when you're at the movie theater, you probably go thinking that you're going to watch one movie, but you could change your mind at any time. Like, it's super easy just not to go as well. So, I don't know. It's just... It's a different thought process that also leads to some things just not being successful. And yeah, I think... Has this year been a good year for anime in general? Anime people? Because I only know of a few things.
Winter of this season is very good. There's a lot of sequels and new stuff. From what I've heard, it's looking really good.
The only thing I really know about is Attack on Titan.
What? Yeah.
So good,
I have
bro.
not started the 4th season yet. I need to rewatch all of it before I do that. So.
I've actually never seen Attack on Titan. Not for. Oh god.
Yes,
Um,
The new animation for Attack on Titan looks amazing, though. I like it so much more.
I never watched it because there was too much blood for me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste, it seems like.
it's like horror-ish.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, but I've been grinding anime. Like, I didn't watch any of the new Attack
Speed
on
run.
Titan. I watched 6 episodes the past, like, it's not that impressive, in like 2 days of the new season. Promised Neverland Season 2 came out, I'm watching that. Dr. Stone Season 2, I'm watching that. And Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm continuing.
I started that, Aiden, actually, after you talked about it. I'm like 6 episodes in.
So good.
It's pretty good. I need to get into it more, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for at least like for shows, it's been a great time. And what really makes me like kind of confused is a lot of anime movies, like I can only name 2. Actually, no, I can name 3 actually. Have been postponed, whereas anime releases are pretty much on schedule, which I don't really know how that works.
There was anime like stuff that was postponed. I don't know if you still watch that, Chris, but Haikyuu had to split their like 4th season in 2
Yeah.
because they couldn't like do it over spring or something. And like there was a lot of like just bad quality stuff being released because they had to like hand it over to other studios to finish some of the work for them because of COVID. And yeah, it was rough during the summer, but I think it's picking back up over winter for anime at least.
Yeah, I feel like people have gotten much more used to their working environment now, at least. I think that's definitely part of it. I don't know, I just
why
thought...
they don't release movies though. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Evangelion movie was postponed twice because of COVID. Now it's not going to
But
come
like,
out.
if they were to release it on a streaming platform, where would they even release Evangelion?
I don't even know. Who would watch Evangelion on a streaming platform?
They release it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, same with the Actually, same with my other two examples, which would be the Demon Slayer movie and Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway. Like, both of them have been delayed, and that's kind of sad. To this year still, but you know.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the Demon Slayer movie.
Shouldn't the next season be this year? I'm actually, like, really happy about that, because I read the manga, and I'm, like, really...
Did they announce it or not? I'm not sure.
Guild agent work. I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
and find
okay.
out.
Aiden, did you read the manga for Demon Slayer or no? Okay, can't.
It's supposed to be April, guys.
Slayer?
April this year, so...
I'm not gonna see the movie. Like, it's
For
not.
what? For what, Julian?
Demon Slayer Season 2 is supposed to be April this year.
Really? That's quick.
Yeah, that is soon, which makes me think they're gonna delay that.
Yeah, they're gonna delay it.
That's
The
getting delayed.
The movie came out in China in December, and it was the #1 movie of all
Mhm.
time coming out in Japan, and it said it was supposed to come out in the US in January, but you know, it's been very quiet about that, so.
Unless it's still supposed to come out in the last, like, 10 days
There
of
is
January.
places you could find it online.
There are, but none
That's
of them are good.
They're
None of
not
them are
good.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it yet, so.
And movie. US. 2021, thanks guys. Cool.
What?
Very cool.
It's this year, I guess.
Yeah.
That would be super weird if they were like, yeah, we're gonna release the second season in April, but then we're not gonna release the movie which takes place before it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's not gonna make sense if they don't release the movie in the US.
That's gonna
or-
mess up the continuity.
I mean, then everyone just goes and reads the manga, which is also good. The manga's really good.
Yeah, but I mean, so many people are also not gonna read it and then get mad and then quit the show. Because, you reading.
Yeah, spoilers, but they're gonna be like, so-and-so died.
Yeah,
I don't
And
think-
then this so-and-so died off screen while he dies in the movie. So,
it's like sad.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually need to start Demon Slayer, but that's a different
You need
point.
to start a lot of things, Chris.
Chris,
I've
you
been
finish
out
a
of it.
few at least.
In terms of anime, I've been out of it recently.
Hey, Chris.
No, that's too many. You're over. It's like
Look.
3 things already.
Yeah,
My
what's
queue already
another?
my queue already has over 400 shows that I have to start apparently.
Or,
but-
excuse me?
I'm
I don't know. I'm
trying to watch like all anime ever.
apparently
Yeah, looks like it.
it's fine. We can discuss that on a later date.
That's a different episode. But I think, does that mean we've talked about everything?
We might have covered all the bases.
Did we cover them all?
When we started talking about anime, I think that's when we've covered all the
I
bases.
think that's when we started being like, what else is there to talk about?
Anime.
Into the one thing we know.
Well, the one thing you guys know about and I know a little bit about. So,
Okay, you know enough to hold a conversation.
Yes, you do. You watch
perhaps.
enough things to
I
know.
watched enough. Just not into the culture, you know. So, fight me. And we're back. I cut us pretty abruptly. Oops. Thank you all for watching if you've sat through this far and have listened to our mad ramblings. Next week, we'll have another set of mad ramblings for you guys, this time spearheaded by the one and only Alice.
Yeah, so next week I wanted to talk about kind of gaming over quarantine in general, but also the difference between, more chill and relaxed games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, Minecraft, stuff like that, and more gamer games like battle games and what's been more accessible to everyone. So yeah.
All right, and I believe that's all for today. So, yeah, catch you all next week. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Yes.